Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Team Toyota of Princeton to check out this brand new 2024 Toyota RAV4 Prime. This is the SE all-wheel drive trim. So the Prime is the RAV4's plug-in hybrid version. So we're going to check out this supersonic red RAV4 Prime, see what it's bringing to the market in the new year for this highly competitive compact SUV market. So let's dig in. Front end of the RAV4 Prime, supersonic red against all that gloss black. Gloss black looks good when it's new. Not sure how good it's going to look after a few thousand miles. We got the Toyota hybrid badge in the center. LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals. However, I'm not a big fan of these fake side air curtains here. I know they do this for design effect, but it might have been better just to smooth this all out and keep it body color. Let me know what you think. But overall, RAV4's got a nice looking front end. Wheel and tire package on this SE Prime. We have a 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Toyota badge on the center cap. But it would be nice to have the hybrid badge with the blue on the center cap to kind of go around with everything else. Standard brake and rotor package. Now these 18-inch wheels are wrapped in Dunlop Grand Trek PT20 all-season tires, 225 on the width, a big 60 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, electronic all-wheel drive. Full side profile here on the RAV4 SE Prime in the supersonic red. Looks good with the black. We got some brushed aluminum over the top of the windows into the roof spoiler area. But overall, not a bad SUV design. There's only so much you can do with it. Obviously, this has been a sales winner for Toyota in a big way. As we come in closer, we do have the gloss black around the wheel wells. Not sure how good this is going to hold up. Plug-in hybrid right here on the front fender. We are color matched on the side view mirror with LED turn signals, color matched on the front and rear door handle. The all-wheel drive badge down below. Now, on the left side, we have our charge port, and on the right side of the vehicle, we have the charge port. On the left side, we have the fuel filler door. Up top, color matched all the way around with gloss black roof rails, shark fin antenna, and your standard sunroof. Rear end of the RAV4, we do have the wiper down below in the glass. I like to see them tuck that up underneath. LED taillights, standard bulbs for turn signals. Again, that hybrid Toyota badge in the center, RAV4 Prime on the left, SE on the right with gloss black down around the functional dual exhaust. But overall, I love the red against the black. We'll come in a little bit closer, get out of the sun, but you can see that gloss black down below could take a beating here on the back of this RAV4 SE Prime. Under the hood of this 24 Prime SE, what are we looking at? We have Toyota's 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder hybrid engine mated to an electronically controlled CVT transmission with electronic all-wheel drive, 302 net horsepower, 165 pound-feet of torque. This RAV4 can tow up to 2,500 pounds. Fuel economy, this is what we got. Combined driving MPGs of 94 and gas only in combined driving, you're looking at 38 miles to the gallon on the estimates. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Okay, we're at the rear charge port door, which is on the right rear quarter panel. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at an 18.1 kilowatt hour, 355 volt lithium ion battery pack in this RAV4 Prime. It's going to get you up to 42 miles of EV only driving on a full charge. But more importantly, it's going to extend the range of your fuel tank to up to 600 miles on a tank of gas. Now, of course, that all depends on weather conditions, terrain, and your driving habits, but those are the estimates. Now, charging times for this battery pack, if you got a level 2 charger at home, you're looking at about 2.5 hours. If you don't, and you're just plugging it in to your standard outlet, it's going to take about 12 hours to charge up this battery. Before we get to the rest of the review, I did want to let you know that Team Toyota of Princeton is providing Shabby's Ride subscribers with special pricing on this RAV4 or any other RAV4 that may be on the lot for sale. In order to unlock that special pricing, you need to do 3 things. 1, subscribe to the Shabby's Rides YouTube channel. 2, call Team Toyota of Princeton at the number on the screen below. And 3, give them the promo code to unlock that special pricing. Now, let's get back to the review. Okay, before we get into the interior of this SE all-wheel drive Prime, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I have to lay out for one of these babies? Well, you know what? Plug-in hybrid SUVs are not cheap. They are pretty darn expensive, and the RAV4 is no different. So here we go. MSRP for the 2024 RAV4 Prime SE all-wheel drive trim before options is $43,440. Now, this RAV4 has a few options, so we need to add in $1,665 for the weather and moonroof package. That gets you the heated leather trim steering wheel, rear outboard passenger heated seating surfaces, rain-sensing variable intermittent windshield wipers with de-icer, and the power tilt slide moonroof. We then have to add in $425 for the supersonic red paint, an extra $309 for the carpeted floor mats and cargo mat, an extra $155 for the door edge guards, an extra $199 for the door sill protector, an extra $69 for the rear bumper application, and an extra $150 for the mud guards. We add in destination and delivery of $1,350 from Toyota's Obu, Aichi, Japan assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $47,762. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Floor mats are in the cargo area at this time. We do have the door sill plates that say RAV4 to welcome you to the vehicle, which is a nice touch. Seating wise, we have power seats with lumbar for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger. We have black fabric seats with red stitching. We have a little bit firm on the armrest, a little bit firm on the bolstering, but it is a nice, even though it looks fairly monochromatic, it's a classic looking interior. Door panels, it's all soft touch material all the way around except for the brushed aluminum on the grab handle and on the door handle. Now, we have a fairly soft armrest, but again, all soft touch with flat black on the switch gear. We do have an okay door pocket with a standard audio system in here now. Soft touch up here, brushed aluminum going into the heat and air vent, more soft touch with the stitching, an area to lie stuff for storage, but it isn't rubberized, so things will slide around in here as you go down the road, and then down below, a nice large glove box. In here, we have Toyota's newer system. It's the 8-inch multimedia system, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. However, the navigation within the car is subscription-based, so I think like most people, I'd probably use my wireless CarPlay or Android Auto and use the maps and nav through my phone, but you can go ahead and get your music going. You have Sirius XM, and as well as other radio stations. You can Bluetooth your phone. You can go to your vehicle settings. Since this is a plug-in hybrid, you can check out your energy flow, which is kind of a cool little graph. You can set up a charging schedule for it if you'd like to do that. You got your vehicle alerts, your trip information, general settings down below where you can get your Wi-Fi hotspot going, set your driver profiles and all that good stuff. So that's what they have in here. Fairly easy system to use. We go to reverse. We have a large backup camera with trajectory, nice and clear. So that looks good. And as we come down, we have 2 heat and air vents and your 4-way hazards. Dual zone climate control right here, which is a nice touch. Traction control off right here. Then we have 2-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Down below, we got a 12 volt and what looks like an HDMI. And then we have an area for storage, but this, again, should be rubber so things don't slide around in it. Down further, we have our electronic emergency brake, auto vehicle hold on off. Here are your drive modes as well as your EV only mode. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through this electronically controlled CVT with the leather and the stitching. Looks good. I do like the fact that we have the brushed aluminum and flat black instead of gloss black plastic here. Then we have 2 cup holders right here. Toyota key fob. Here we go. Looking good in the baggie. We have lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, hold AC. That means if it's hot out, let's say, and you want to cool your car down before you get in it, you can hold this button for a couple seconds. It turns on the air conditioning inside the car before you get in, so it's cool when you get in. So that's a nice touch. Panic button, Toyota emblem on the back. It says RAV4. And then we have our armrest, fairly firm, soft touch. And then inside, a nice area for storage and 2 USB-Cs. Steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. The heated wheel feels good as well. It's a nice wheel heater. We got the red stitching on the inside. And then we have the Toyota badge on the horn button with some brushed aluminum to lift up the wheel. Round bottom wheel, but I have no problem getting in and out of the vehicle. Flat black on the switchgear. On the left, you got your telephone voice commands, volume, and controls for the digital dash. And on the right here, you have your adaptive cruise, safety suite controls, modes for your infotainment, and seek for your music. On the left stalk, we have our headlight controls. On the right, you have your front and rear wiper, your push button start, obviously right there that says power. Over here on the left, bright and dim the dash, adaptive high beams on off, windshield wiper de-icer on off, heated steering wheel on off, pop the tailgate. Now we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So Toyota has you covered there. And then we have our dash, looking good. We do have like an analog digital combo, right? So we got analog gauges here for our fuel level, and then our battery charge level, and then our, instead of a tachometer, you have a meter over on the left, or a gauge over on the left. That's going to tell you when you're charging, when you're driving economically, and when you're driving and using the battery. So that's kind of how that works. Now, as far as our drive modes go, we have all the way to the left, eco, and everything goes green. You push the button and you go back to normal. You slide it over to sport and everything goes red. You can push it, go back to normal. If you want to go to trail, you push the trail button, and then you get the trail that comes up. And then you can turn that off and you're all set. And then of course, when you hit trail, your HVEV hold goes into effect, which means you're going to be running on the engine. And then, of course, you have your auto EV button. Now, the battery is low right now. It needs a charge, but you have your EV only button there as well, and you push normal and you can get back to it. So there you have it right here on this. And, of course, if you want to see other information on the center, you can do that. And each one of these has some submenus you can go through as well to get even more information as you go down the road. Overhead console, if you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button that says door is pushed in and remains in. When you open the door, lighting comes on. Close the door, lighting goes off. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Then you can open the glass. So, first of all, the shade is manual, so you throw that back. And then you can just hit open, and open as it comes. You get a little wind buffer that comes up, and then you can close it. And you also have a tilt function as well. And then when you're done, you just close up the shade with your hand. Sun visor, looking good here with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? No, but you do have an extension. Getting in the back seat of the RAV4 Prime, I have the seat set for my driving position. So we'll pop on in. Easy to get into, no problem. Plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". Again, fabric seats all the way down, no seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger. And then down further, you have 2 heat and air vents and 2 USB-Cs for connectivity. We'll open those up to make sure they're Cs, and yes, they are. Door panels, same action as the front, except instead of soft touch, you have hard black plastic. Not in love with that. Rear seats, same fabric with the red stitching. Fairly comfortable for base seats. And then our center armrest, semi-soft, 2 cup holders. But overall, it's pretty comfortable back here in this RAV4 SE Prime. Getting in the tailgate of the RAV4 Prime, you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the dash, or come to the back. Right underneath the Toyota badge, there's a button. Hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. And now with the rear seats up, you're looking at 33.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this RAV4 Prime. Here are the carpeted floor mats. Here are some other accessories that come with the vehicle. Underneath here, we do have a spare and a jack, so thank you Toyota for the spare. LED lighting, 12 volt back here for power. Now to get the rear seats down, it's pretty easy. Of course, you can take this tonneau cover out and get rid of it too. You just lift up the seats and push them forward. Just lift up the seat, push it forward. And now, with the rear seats down and that tonneau cover out, you're looking at 63.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this RAV4 SE Prime. Window sticker for this SE Prime, we'll zoom on in. 2024, supersonic red. Fuel economy estimates. Standard equipment. Options. Total MSRP. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're on the road in this 24 RAV4 Prime SE, electronic all-wheel drive, plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirror, rear window, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz in the SE Prime 424 in the supersonic red, which I'm a big fan of. It's one of my favorite Toyota colors. Of course, I'm a sucker for a red car, so let me know if you like the red or if you're going to go with a different color. But just like any other RAV4 you drive, they all drive very similar. This one happens to be the plug-in hybrid. So you really can get the RAV4 in many, many different trim levels and drivetrains. So you can get a regular gas-only RAV4, you can get the regular RAV4 hybrid, or you can go plug-in hybrid. So this RAV4 covers just about anything anybody could ever want as far as trim levels and drivetrains here in a compact SUV. And that's pretty much why it's Toyota's #1 seller, and #1 seller by a wide margin overall. And it drives really well, right? You're going to have the 4-cylinder engine, so if you stand on this thing, it's going to be noisy. There's no doubt about that. But then once you take your foot off the gas, it'll quiet down. It'll quiet down. Or if you drive it very conservatively, then, you know, you're going to get fantastic MPGs and you're going to get a huge range to tank. Like I mentioned earlier, it estimated 600 miles range to tank. But of course, that all depends on the weather, the terrain, and how you drive personally, as far as what you're going to get as far as MPGs and range to tank. But it's still really, really good as far as that goes. This is all designed to get you, your family, your friends, and your gear safely and economically around town and where you need to go. Now the steering is going to be light and a bit vague, but it's an SUV, so that's how it's going to roll. It's well damped. There is no internal vibrations inside the vehicle. As you can see, I have the license plate tucked up in between the dash and the window. If we were getting chassis vibrations inside the vehicle, that thing would be chattering, and it is not. So that is well done as far as the build quality goes here from Toyota. You have your standard 2.5 liter inline 4, really good Toyota engine. As far as that goes, shouldn't have any problems with that if you take care of it. And it goes down the road very, very well. Now we're going to try out our brakes in 3, 2, 1, and they come to a stop very nicely, very linear, and now we'll take off. And we just gently get back into the swing of things, and we go down the road. Piece of cake. Get a lot of body roll through the turns, but that's to be expected in a vehicle like this one. Not surprising. You're either going to like the way it looks or you don't, and if you like the way it looks, buy it, I guess. And if you don't like the way it looks, you're not going to buy it. I mean, it's pretty simple, because everything you may want in here, you got in here. Now, of course, the price tag on a RAV4 Prime SE isn't cheap at almost 48 grand, and of course the RAV4 Prime has two trim levels for 2024, the SE and the XSE. And if you go XSE, you're going to be over 50 grand. And then that gets a little intense for a RAV4, I would say. Now we're going to come down here. We'll try out the turning radius. And 3, 2, 1. And look at that whip around. Look at that. About an 18.7 foot turning radius. Piece of cake. Now we're going to take off. Now we're going to ease in on the gas because this is a new car. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Down the road we go. Piece of cake. The extra horsepower from the electric drive on this RAV4 Prime ramps you up to 302. Engine only horsepower is 177. So now with that extra electric, you're getting more horsepower at 302. That's going to obviously help the performance of this, but also it's going to help you get it up to speed faster and whatnot. And, you know, it's just fine. Head back to the right. And it doesn't take the turns half bad for a regular SUV. But overall, good car. If you're in the market for one of these, I would put the RAV4 Prime on your list to test drive. But let me know what you think about this. Is this the kind of RAV4, if you're going to buy a RAV4, is this the kind of action you would go with, the Prime SE, for this kind of dough? Or would you go with another RAV4 altogether, maybe move down in trims to the regular hybrid, or go gas only to save the most money, because obviously the hybrid and the plug-in hybrid are more expensive than the all-gas RAV4. So let me know. But if you're not going RAV4, let me know where you're going instead with your hard-earned compact SUV money. But I'd like to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Toyota RAV4 Prime SE all-wheel drive in supersonic red for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.